What's the most unforgivable thing the school has ever done to your child? They made my daughter feel invisible. Not ignored. Invisible. Like she didn't matter. Like she wasn't even there. It started when she came home crying one day. I asked her what happened, and she said a group of kids had cornered her in the bathroom, called her names, pulled her hair, and told her she smelled poor. I was furious. But what hurt most? She said this wasn't the first time. It had been going on for months. I marched into the principal's office the next day, brought emails, photos, even a recording of her crying in her room. I thought they'd act. Instead, they told me they'd investigate, but didn't want to disrupt the learning environment. Nothing changed. The ringleader? Her dad was on the school board. The teachers? They looked the other way. One even said my daughter needed to toughen up. A week later, she stopped speaking. Literally. At home, at school, everywhere. She just shut down. The school called it attention-seeking behavior. I called it trauma. We pulled her out and put her in therapy. It took 6 months before she said a full sentence again. 6 months to unlearn the silence they forced on her. What broke me most was when her therapist asked, "When did you stop feeling safe?" And my daughter whispered, "When no one believed me." She's healing now. She laughs again, sings sometimes, and holds my hand tighter than ever. But every time I pass that school, I remember the version of her they nearly erased. Last month, she wrote a poem. It was simple but powerful. The last line read, "I was small, but my pain was loud. No one listened, but I still survived." I cried reading it. I framed it. That school never apologized, never followed up, but I made sure they knew. We reported everything, went public, and told our story at a school board meeting. Their silence? It said everything. People think the worst thing a school can do is fail a child academically. It's not. The worst thing is when they pretend they don't see the harm, just to protect the ones causing it. My daughter's pain was inconvenient to them, so they buried it. But we didn't, and we never will. She's older now, more confident. She wants to be a counselor for kids like her. She says, "If one person had stood up for me, maybe I wouldn't have been so scared." I told her, "You'll be that person for someone else." That's the part they never expected, that the girl they tried to silence would grow into someone who helps others speak, that the child they dismissed would become a woman stronger than all of them. Sometimes she still asks me, "Why didn't they help me?" And even though it kills me, I tell her the truth, because they were cowards, and you deserved better. And every time she smiles now, really, truly smiles, I know one thing for sure. They failed her, but they didn't break her. Last week, she stood in front of her class and gave a speech about resilience. Her teacher, her new teacher, called me afterward with tears in her voice and said, she gave every quiet kid in that room permission to breathe. She's writing a book now, just a small one, about what it's like to be unheard and how to keep your voice safe. I asked her what she'd title it. She looked me in the eyes and said, "Louder than silence." They didn't just fail to protect her. They taught her that being hurt was something she had to survive alone.